my channel and welcome to my 0 to 6 month top 10. So these are the things that I feel like in the first 6 months of his life I really couldn't or would have struggled without. Okay, so they're not in any particular order because I've just put them all in there in a random order. Some of them are more practical things and some of them are like toys and stuff like that. So here goes. At number 10 is the Angel Care Bath Rest. Now before this I had bought a baby bath and I was trying to babysit in that and I just found it really difficult. Once we got the Angel Care Bath Rest we were able to put him in that. It's got a non-slip surface which is perfect for baby, and it meant that if we needed to, one of us could get in the bath with him when he was really tiny and he was just getting used to the water, but also you knew that he was, not that you could leave him in the bath in it, but you knew that he was safe and secure and he wasn't going to slip around when he was in there. Number 9 is our Bopping Rock Out Baby Bouncer. Now I've given you the name of our baby bouncer, but really any baby bouncer, just something that you can pop them in and you can rock them and bounce them, and when they're really tiny it can just nod them off to sleep, or it's also just a comfortable place for them to sit and be. And then as they get a bit older they learn to kick their legs, which is really cute, and they bounce themselves. Number 8 is this. This is our nightlight / elephant with a shell, which is slightly confusing, but basically it lights up. I don't know, I'll press it on, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So it lights up, it's got 3 different colours, blue, red and green, and it can also do interchanging, and it shines little stars onto the ceiling. I know some of them do a constellation. As far as I'm aware, this isn't like a constellation of stars, this is just shining the stars, but it also plays tunes, and it plays Brahms Lullaby, which is the one that we always listen to. So it's been really nice to have on as a nightlight. I bought some small plug-in nightlights, but I found because they were white light, they were quite bright, and they used to really, if he woke up, when he woke up in the night, they used to wake him up quite a lot. So when we had this, it's also on a timer, so it doesn't have to be on all the time. It can do 15 minutes, half an hour, or 45 minutes. So we have it set on 45 minutes. And I bought this from Babies R Us, but I know it's available on Jojo Mama Bebe and a few other places. So I'll put the link below from where I got it from. So at number 7 is a padded playmat. Now our one here is from Tiny Love, and it's got the 2 arches over the top. That meaning you can dangle toys from them, and this is just really good for engaging baby when they first get their eyesight, and also when they first start trying to reach out and bat the toys. It also means you can hang pretty much anything from there. You can buy additional loops and you can just hang all different kinds of toys from there. You don't need specific like special toys. As long as there's a little loop on them somewhere, you can hang them all down from their playmat. At number 6 is our baby monitor. Now this is a Motorola, sorry I've written this down because I never remember that. Oh, it's actually on the bottom. It's a Motorola MBP36S, and this is the screen that it comes with. It's got a little stand at the back, and this is the camera. Now we purchased this one because the camera basically can do 360. You can turn it around with the controls. You also have the ability to buy extra cameras, and you can connect multiple cameras to the one screen. So we just thought further down the line, if we need an extra camera, whether it be for another baby or for dogs or whatever, we decided this is the one we go for. This meant even though we live in a 2-bedroom flat, I could just watch him on the screen. We didn't have to have the volume on, and that way you could see that he was perfectly safe, and you didn't have to listen. At number 5 is this. This is Freddy the Firefly, and Freddy has saved me on so many occasions. He does a bit of everything, in case you haven't seen one before. He rattles, he squeaks, he's got a couple of chewies, he's scrunchy. He's also black and white on the back, so when baby's really little and the first colours they see are black and white, and they see all the shapes, that is really good for that. And he also hangs, so you can hang him from pretty much anywhere. I found Freddy in Waitrose when Sid was about 8 weeks old, and he was screaming his way around Waitrose. 8 weeks, 9 weeks maybe. And so I put Freddy in front of him and he started to look at it and went quiet, and I was like, right, I'm buying it, because even if it's not going to save me on any other occasion, it saved me today. Anyways, Freddy has come through for me on lots of occasions. He's probably looking a little bit worse for wear now. He's been washed many times and he's always survived that. I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to wash him. I've been washing him. Anyway, at number 4 is our Ergo baby carrier. I used a sling for Sid around the house when he was very little, which isn't in my top 10 but probably should be. I kind of lumped them all together with the Ergo Baby Carrier. So I found that baby wearing was a really good thing to do when Sid, especially when he was really small, just because he was so content when he was being worn, and I was comfortable with the wrap on. It meant that I could get on and do some things. I think wraps come into their own when you're out and about, and also when you've got more than one child, because then you really need them, because you need two hands for your toddler or your older child. The Ergo Baby Carrier I bought with the newborn insert. I got it in navy blue, and it is the organic cotton version, and I use it multiple times a week, and I always have. Even with the newborn insert, it meant that you can put baby in there really safe and securely and cozy, most of all because Sid was born in November, so it was really cold then, and it meant that he was really warm, and it's gone through. I mean, I still use it today for him at nearly 9 months. So yeah, he is really, it's just been worth all of the money I paid for it. When I did the research, I bought a baby born one, and then I read obviously how bad that they are for their hips and that they need support out to their knees. So I just bit the bullet and bought the Ergo Baby one, which was more expensive. And I think I paid more because I got an organic one. Really, I only wanted a navy blue one, but anyway, I think the only navy blue one was organic at the time, so I just paid more for that. But it's really been worth it, and they're so durable. So definitely get yourself a carrier and get yourself some wraps. Number 3 is my Wallaboo Baby Flower Mat. Now, this is fleecy on one, well, it's kind of fleecy on both sides, but the outside is like sort of a suedette fabric, and the inside is fleece. And this clips into car seats and prams, and it means that you don't have to worry about putting baby into a massive snowsuit or anything like that when you're going out in the winter, because the flower wraps around. It's just got Velcro. You slot them in, their little feet go into a little pocket, and then the other leaves of the petals of the flower fold over the top, and it just keeps them super cozy. There's also Velcro on the head, so you can tuck their little head in, and I used it non-stop. It was always in either the car seat or the pram for the whole of the winter, because that way and also getting babies in and out of like really, really big puffy snowsuits and coats is just a massive hassle, especially if you're going in and out quite a lot, like 2 or 3 times a day. This way you just pop them in there, you wrap them around, and they are so snuggly and cozy. So again, it's just such a great buy. You can buy them from heaps of places. I'll pop the link again below. At number 2 is something I had never heard of before I had my baby, and that is the Sophie. And we also have got a Sophie. Sorry, I'll just take these off because I attached this Sophie to the pram a lot, even today. So this is a vanilla Chewy Sophie ring, and this is the original Sophie. So she did squeak. She doesn't squeak so much anymore because she is used all the time, and I wash her a lot, so she's got a bit of waterlogged, so she doesn't squeak. But originally they do squeak. You can probably tell how well used this is. My little boy loves it, and he has loved it since he was probably about 3 months old. Now, even before he was teething, you know, and they just get really drooly, he just loved chewing on these. When his hands were smaller, he was much better with this one. And then as he got up to sort of 5 months, the true size Sophie took over, and he loves them. We don't really go anywhere without Sophie. And I think a lot of people would say the same. It's something to do with the textures on her. And her, you know, her feet are a different texture to her back, and her neck's got these little ripples on, and babies really like the sensory experience in their mouths. So yeah, that's my number 2. And finally, number 1 is a Cocooner Baby. I read heaps again on these before I had Sid, and it was one of the first things I bought when I was pregnant. And Sid slept in it from when he was born until he was just 4 months old, because as soon as they start to be able to roll over, I think he was probably 4.5 months, because he was a small baby. They either grow out of them or they're not safe in them because they roll. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about 4.5 months that I moved Sid out of it and into the big cot. But it was fantastic. I didn't have to worry about taking a travel cot anywhere. We just took the Cocooner Baby. Sid slept in that in the middle of, you know, you can put him in the middle between you on the bed if you're going anywhere, rather than having a separate travel cot, which I found a bit of a hassle. So yeah, we loved the Cocooner Baby, and he slept so well in it. I mean, I say he slept so well. Sid's never really slept. He's never slept through the night, and he's 8.5 months old. So when I say he slept well, he slept for 3 or 4 hours, but that was good for my little boy. And I know I've spoken to people before who said they got them from 45 minutes to 2 hours, and that's what makes all the difference when you're that tired. So 3 or 4 hours to me was great. And in fact, when we took him out of it, it was just as he hit 4-month regression, and he went back to sleeping only for an hour at a time then. So Kakuna Baby, the way forward. They also, they look so cozy in them and comfortable, and they help with colic and wind and all kinds of things like that, because their legs are at a certain angle so that it helps them digestively, and they're also on a little bit of a slant, which helps with reflux. One thing I didn't realise was that I think the minimum weight for these is 7 pounds. When Sid was born, he was 5 pounds, but I didn't realise that, and so he was in it when he was under the recommended weight, and he was okay, but please make sure that you don't do the same, because I think it's a 7 pound minimum, so just check the minimum weight on it. If you've got a tiny baby, then it's probably best to wait. Okay, that was my top 10. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do one from 6 to 9 months as well, because I've got heaps of things in the last couple of months as Sid's been developing that he just adores and that have been a lifesaver for me. Okay, thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video. I'd love to see you here again soon. Thanks, bye.